Kerr, I'd like you to meet Chirp. She gets drunk with economical speed and has other advantages.
What the f? Hello everyone, my name is John and welcome back to Homeless Movies, where I like to give secondhand films a second chance to be appreciated. Battlefield Earth is based on the 1982 best-selling science fiction novel by notorious Scientology cult leader and founder L. Ron Hubbard. The script was so bad and Scientology made people so uncomfortable, it was deemed box office poison to everyone except one man. A-list megastar John Travolta, who joined Scientology in 1975. Getting the film made was a decades-long obsession for Travolta until 1998 when he teamed up with Franchise Pictures, which would end up filing for bankruptcy because of how bad this movie is. When he was asked what the film would be like, John Travolta kept giving ridiculous answers like, "It's like Pulp Fiction in space," or "It's like Star Wars, but better." Dude, even Star Wars isn't better than Star Wars, okay? The year is 3000 AD. Earth, once the home of mankind, has been ruled by cruel aliens from the planet Cyclo for 1,000 years. As on countless other planets across the galaxy, the Cyclos mine metals on Earth and teleport them to their own home planets. Gold is the rarest and most valuable metal of all. The dwindling human population is struggling to survive, curled up in caves within radiated zones. Humanity is on the verge of extinction. Do you know where I had to go to find such an eloquent and fantastic summary of the movie? The fucking German version of the movie. The English Blu-ray that I bought just says, "Battlefield Earth, a saga of the year 3000. Man is an endangered species." And that's it. We are left to figure out the rest of this convoluted bullshit plot on our own and at a permanent 45-degree angle. The director Roger Christian said that he intentionally made the film 99% shot in what's called a Dutch angle to recreate the feeling of reading a comic book. Which makes perfect sense if you ask me. I also like to read comic books like this until my neck hurts. Uh-oh. So in the year 3000, the sky is piss yellow, everyone dresses like offensive Native American stereotypes, and a young man returns to his village with medicine for his dying father. Let's see how this plays out.
This is all the medicine I could find.
I'm sorry. The gods took your father in the night.
Ah, so not good then. What were my father's last words? He said, "That boy had better not be getting his hair braided again. I'm fucking dying over here." He was from future space, Long Island. Understandably upset, the young man looks off into the distance and pitches a fit. Along with what I think is the medicine that he brought back. "Hey, I know that I'm supposed to be like your girlfriend and your dad's dead and all, but we really could have used that medicine, you ass." The film has the audacity to do a Lucas wipe back into the family cave where there is a debate going on over a food shortage.
There may be other places we could live, places where the food is more plentiful.
All they would take is for one of the demons to follow you back from the Forbidden Land, and we'd all be struck down.
The young man delivers his rebuttal maturely, rationally, and respectfully.
Has anyone here ever seen one? A demon! A monster! A beast!
Correction. He's a moron. The elder then goes on to explain the tribe's entire religion to the tribe, like somehow they had forgotten.
The gods used to live in this world. They watched over and protected man, but man grew selfish and cruel. So the gods left, allowing the demons to descend from the sky.
Ah! Jesus Christ, no wonder they got conquered. Young man, however, does not believe the stories and rides off to search for food, leaving everything and everyone behind except this simple question. Why is his hair wet? Why is his hair wet? Why is his hair wet? Did he just take a shower to make himself more slippery so that he can slide his foot out of his mouth with comments like this?
I'm sorry. I can't take you, Chrissy.
You don't think I can handle myself out there as well as a man?
No, I don't.
Ooh. How's Future Boy gonna get out of this one?
I think you can handle yourself better than most men, which is why you need to stay and help with the village.
Oh, I can't stay mad at you. Here's a token of good luck that your mother gave me when she died. Well, why do you have it? I don't know. Better not mention it in the story ever again.
You better not let anything happen to you out there.
What? I can't hear you. I'm too busy letting all the things happen to me because otherwise we won't have a movie. It's 6 o'clock and all's well, time to bless the transition gods. Not long after the young man begins his exodus in search of food, his horse gets spooked by the sound of a jet engine, causing it to run away out of fear and into the mouth of a great and terrible beast, and that beast is... the dragon from Eureka's castle? And yes, he is in fact wielding a golf club because he has in fact stumbled upon a 1,000-year-old miniature golf course. And unfortunately, he's not alone.
Got a lot of meat on that dragon.
These two grunting dinguses offer to show young man an actual god in exchange for food.
First, you show me the god.
I wonder if it's just behind this post-apocalyptic painting they've got. Oh, what's that? It's not supposed to be a painting? This movie cost $75 million to make, and they couldn't get an actual set? But if you adjust for inflation, that's $112 million today. If you do the same thing to Star Wars, that only cost $43 million. Well, where did all the fucking money go? Into paintings. That makes sense.
The evil beasts hunt in the dark. We need to find shelter now. There's a cave over here.
You know my favorite place to shop? Mall. Just mall. Come to mall. We has products. So the big one is Rock and the little one is Carlo. And they join young man in eating some 1,000-year-old turkey legs that they found in the food court. When Carlo gets sent fucking flying after being shot by a cyclo in our first look at our new alien overlords. They even shoot the horse? Evil bastards. Or they just have really terrible aim. Fuck your horse. Fuck your telephone sign. Fuck your bench. Fuck your mannequin display. You know, I'd probably have bad aim too if I had big, meaty styrofoam gloves on my hands. Eventually, young man trips over nothing, allowing the cyclo to shoot him in the back, causing him to, in an almost Neil Breen-esque way, pretentiously crash through like 4 panes of glass in slow motion before falling over.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
So it turns out that the cyclos routinely go out and capture humans to use them as beasts of burden. Humans are brought to giant indoor facilities called domes for processing, which the cyclos have built because they can't breathe in Earth's atmosphere. And no, they aren't even remotely round, but I feel like it might be a little too presumptuous to assume that this movie has a grasp on things like basic shapes. This particular one is in Denver. I knew there was something up with that airport. I still get nightmares of Lucifer over here. Ooh.
It's poison!
The cyclos give each of the humans a breathing apparatus so they can survive the dome.
What's it say? Don't know.
And young man repays them by trying to escape and killing one on accident. And for some reason, nobody gives a shit. Like, he just murdered someone and runs away, and everyone else is like, huh, that's weird. So something you'll notice is that, unless you are a named character, pretty much all cyclos kind of look alike. They look like the fucked up baby from a Klingon and a Conehead. This is especially obvious when eventually gravity catches up with young man once again, and he just trips and falls directly into their chief of security, Turl, played by John Travolta, and his lieutenant Kerr, played by Forrest Whitaker. Who to me look like dollar store versions of the Predator. They got the big pointy heads covered in dreadlocks, like Predator. The big fake meaty clawed hands used for firing big stupid alien guns, like Predator. And they came to Earth and appear to hunt humans for sport, kinda like rich people. I mean predators. It's just like that meme of, Mom, I want Predator! We got Predator at home. Predator at home.
Who is responsible for allowing this man animal to run around unsupervised?
The man animal shot the wrangler, sir.
When Turl goes to return Young Man to his handlers and finds one of his men dead, he's less annoyed that there's a dead body just lying around than he is to hear that a human is the reason why.
Why don't you save the going away jokes for later?
No joke, sir, I swear.
Show me.
Something that really bothers me about this movie is that the makeup just looks so cheap and haphazard. It's the most noticeable when Turl goes into this bar and you can see the facial hair on the bartender isn't even blended in. It looks like it's just stuck on there with Elmer's glue. Thank God we can't actually interact with movies because I cannot be the only one who wants to just reach out and fucking yank that sucker off. So Turl is celebrating the last day of his career as the interim security chief of Earth. And he chooses to do this by basically just being a dick to everyone.
Of course, I'm sure our little agreement is still in effect. Now that you're leaving, that unfortunate little incident won't somehow magically appear in my file.
Of course not. There'll be nothing magical about it. I'm going to put it there.
What about you being a cyclo of your word?
I am a cycler of my word, and I will honor our agreement to the letter. As long as you were providing me with useful information, I wouldn't file the report. But now that I'm leaving this pitiful excuse for a planet...
Why'd he say it like that? Like, ooh, you showed them what a sick burn to all the other cyclos who probably don't want to be here either. I've seen this movie a few times, and Turl comes off less like a hardened villain as he does a passive-aggressive dick.
Well, as a friend, I could forget to file the report. But unfortunately, I'm not your friend!
Which is probably worse, in my opinion. After getting full of chewing up all the scenery, Turl goes outside to meet his district manager because it turns out that the bad guys of this movie are industrial capitalists. He teleports in from their corporate home office, and judging by Turl's nauseating ass kissery...
Oh, you're too much!
So they tell me.
The only thing that cyclos truly fear is middle management.
Does all of Earth look like this?
Oh, I'm afraid so, sir.
Pathetic. All the green and the blue sky.
The fuck sky are you looking at, dude? Every time the movie goes outside the dome, everything looks like it's in freaking sepia tone.
Our spy satellites recorded those images.
What is this species?
Well, according to the Klinko historians, the species is called dog.
Dog.
Yes.
Obviously the superior race, having the man-animal chauffeur it around.
Movie, are you proud of yourself for writing that line? So proud that you followed it up with this?
Yes, well, dogs did prove to be more cooperative than the man animals. For some reason, they weren't as useful when it came to manual labor.
So let me get this straight. They have the ability to teleport across galaxies and enslave entire civilizations, but the idea of opposable thumbs, which they have, is somehow lost on them? I'm beginning to think they took over this planet by accident.
Oh, your long overdue transfer.
So District Manager Zeet has come to hand deliver some news about Turl's next assignment, and he does so in a meeting with Kerr, Turl, and their planetary supervisor, Nymph, whose name, I think, represents how he looks. I don't know why. Dude just looks like a nymph to me. I don't know, you just look at him. Fucking nymph. It's like a fart in a bathtub. Nymph?
You must be looking forward to getting off this disgusting excuse of a planet. And I must say, you've done a first-rate job here as interim security chief, which is why we've decided to keep you on for another tour of service.
Bummeroony.
Are you not aware that I graduated top of my class?
From where? The Neil Breen School of Acting?
Home Office is well aware of your academic achievements and obvious talents. That's why we've decided not to keep you here for another 5 cycles. We've decided to keep you here for another 50 cycles. With endless options for renewal. With endless options for renewal. With endless options for renewal.
Sorry. I know that was supposed to be like a very ominous echo, but I really want to believe that he just said it 3 times for dramatic effect. So why didn't Turl get his promotion?
You
Please, tell the senator that if I had even an inkling that was his daughter...
Watch your tongue.
Don't you think that if he could watch his tongue, he wouldn't be in this position, eh? Now, answer me this. Anybody who's ever seen this movie before, am I the only one who's noticed that Turl has 6 fingers on his right hand? And despite the fact that it never actually moves and looks like it was just added on last minute, not a single other Cyclo has 6 fingers. It's also never mentioned or brought up, because I guess the Cyclos are really big on inclusion? I mean, obviously, they wouldn't want anybody to feel singled out or excluded during all those company picnics and genocidal rampages, which to a Cyclo are pretty much the same thing. When the district manager teleports away, we get a glimpse at the Cyclo's homeworld. Planet Cyclo. Who'da thunk? Back on Earth, Turl is understandably upset about his demotion, and he deals with it by getting totally sloshed and trying to act his way out of a paper bag. And failing.
I can assure you, while you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies!
Dude, if you hammed it up any harder, we could cut you up, turn you into carnitas, and put you in a Chipotle burrito. Chipotle. I'm hungry.
To do anything less is a disgrace to my entire family line.
I just love that the bartender has this look of, bitch, you mean like when you joined Scientology and made this dumbass movie? Lucas wiped to the human zoo and young man gets into a fight to establish dominance over the other humans that are already there.
We have enough problems without killing each other over food. From now on, we eat at the same time.
And that's it. It just cuts back to Turl yelling at Kerr inside of his office. And to be honest, that kind of pisses me off. I feel like everything that would have made us relate to and sympathize with them is thrown in the trash to make way for John Travolta's giant codpiece where he stores his fucking ego. So up in Turl and Kerr's office, they discover that a rock slide has exposed a huge gold vein in the mountains, enough for Turl to potentially buy his way back off of Earth.
I was wondering when you were going to look at that.
If you're going to lie to me, at least have the decency to do a credible job.
And when he finds out that Kerr actually tried to hide it from him, Turl just beats the crap out of him. Because A, he got his little feelings hurt, and B, it turns out that that mountain is loaded with uranium, which is conveniently highly lethal to Cyclos.
No Cyclo can get there without his breath gas exploding.
It's at this point where Turl gets the brilliant idea to train humans how to use the mining equipment. What could go wrong?
If we were to train them how to mine.
Man animals operating machinery. Have you blown a head gasket?
What the hell, dude? You literally have photographs of people driving dogs around. You know that they can operate machines. It's not our fault your entire species has been too dumb to capitalize on it. Speaking of which, how are the humans doing anyway? Oh. Well, never mind then. No, of course Mr. I Can't Grow Facial Hair survives and tries to make another escape. And again, no one gives a shit. Even after getting himself caught again, they just let him go inside the dome to see how long he can last without his lungs exploding.
Last time we didn't even stop timing until his lungs burst. That's the wager.
Because he has plot armor, I clocked him in at 4 full minutes before he finds a tunnel that puts him back into Earth's regular atmosphere.
All right, double or nothing, I can blow off one of its limbs without missing.
That one does seem to be unusually intelligent and resourceful.
It's here that he's found by Turl and the leverage drinking game begins. It's really very simple, there's only one rule. From this point on, just take a drink anytime somebody says the word leverage.
Which means we'll need leverage over it.
Leverage. Over man.
Well, man is a primitive species, so we'll need something primitive for leverage.
Got it? Good. John from Homeless Movies is not responsible for any sort of injury/hospitalization or alcohol-related death from playing this stupid made-up game. Make sure if you do so, you do it on a full stomach, or you will likely regret it. You have been warned.
What do you you think a man animal would like to eat?
Turtle decides to let Young Man and a couple of his buddies go so he can watch what they choose to eat in order to use that item to entice them to work.
Now that the man animals feel that they have a safe enough distance from us, soon they'll find their favorite food and celebrate.
Because somehow, after 1,000 years, they just never bothered to learn what we eat.
That's their favorite food.
Of course it is. They could have selected anything they wanted.
And it's not even cooked.
If man animal prefers its rat uncooked, then our job is that much easier.
Yes, this must be their favorite food. Just like those dogs we discussed earlier and how their favorite food is their own feces. How efficient, yes. To me, the next thing that happens is the funniest thing in this movie. Turtle freaks out after Young Man discovers the camera hidden in their clothes and goes,
You sure called that one, sir. No way they know about the pigtail camera.
Fat ass, and let's go round them up! Crap, lousy ceiling!
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why head injuries are so funny to me, especially when they seem almost accidental on the actor's part. It looks like it takes everything in Forrest Whitaker's being and soul not to break and laugh his ass off like Jimmy Fallon when he was on Saturday Night Live.
Out of the way! Out of the way, it's official. I can't have children.
When Turtle and Kerr go to finally pick up Young Man and his buddies, Young Man decides for literally no reason that the only way to truly escape is to jump off a cliff.
What the hell do we do now?
Johnny, don't you even think about it.
Whoa. Wait, movie. What did you just call him?
You wouldn't live the jump. You wouldn't live the jump, Johnny.
Oh, you, movie. It's 45 minutes into the movie, and that's literally the first time anybody has said his first name. And if it wasn't bad enough that he spelled Johnny incorrectly, in my humble opinion, he also has a middle and a last name that never gets said in the movie either. The only reason that I know they exist is because I looked him up on IMDb. His full name is Johnny Good Boy Tyler. It sounds like a pro wrestler, not the savior of humanity.
You can surrender and rot in those cages if you want to. That's your choice. But I'm not going back.
But of course it doesn't work, because if there's one thing that Johnny really is a good boy at, it's getting caught. Don't worry, I hate myself for that joke.
They must be able to fly.
I don't know why, they didn't show us anything that would indicate why he would think that, and Turtle also thinks that it's stupid, so he tries to prove that they can't. Now, this scene is not important to the story. At all. But it is funny to watch because of one very simple reason. Because, oh my god, the blue screen effects are so bad. If you look close enough, this raging waterfall and river right here, did you see it? It doesn't move. It's a fucking photograph. I feel like I'm losing my mind. What even is this movie? Turtle takes the humans back to the dome and decides that the best way to punish Johnny is to give him the equivalent of an Ivy League education. And look, I don't pretend to have done a lot of research or know everything about all the lore and civilizations and species in this universe, but I do know one thing. I would die for this teacher and his giant glowing jellyfish.
Excuse me, but I am your instructor, if you will forgive such arrogance.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh, I just want to pick him up and take him home and have him teach me a thing or two. That came out wrong.
Please forgive my pretension as I try to educate you in Cyclo.
So let me get this straight. The teaching machine beamed the Cyclo's entire language, history, and skills directly into Johnny's brain just to teach him how to use mining equipment? It's like teaching a Wolverine to hang a photograph. Yes, it might probably do the job, but it also might quite literally come back and bite you in the ass when it's done.
I know who they are. I know where they've come from. I can speak their language. No, they call themselves cyclists.
Oh, cool. Why?
It's a knowledge machine. It sends pictures through your head so fast. Okay. Spinning.
Oh. You're just not gonna tell us? You're just gonna move on and just...
I have to stay. I have to learn more about them.
Oh, well, that's what I get for finally trying to be interested in the movie. That's on me. I should know better by now. So once Johnny's done with the machine after one night, he's suddenly a genius-level intellect and starts teaching geometry and molecular biology to the other humans. And for some reason, we're just expected to see that as okay, while thousands of angry nerds had the audacity to be mad at Leia because she used the Force to fly in space one time. I'm just saying, put the hate where it belongs, people. On Scientology. It's at this point that we get some good news when we learn that Johnny's horse lived! Hooray, horsey! And Chrissy, Johnny's would-be lover, decides to go after him. How the horse coming back gives her any indication of what direction to look in is beyond me. Unless the horse came back like a Looney Tune with stickers all over his butt. Meanwhile, Turtle is giving me some serious PTSD by reenacting a scene from my high school cafeteria.
Do you want lunch?
Now, I'm not saying that the McRib-style sandwiches that they fed us were entirely made out of rats, but, I can't really prove that they weren't, either. Once Turtle... Huh?
That was the good one.
That was the good one?
Yeah.
I'm glad you liked that joke.
I thought that you should know that last one was the good one.
Appreciate you, babe. Once Turtle decides that he's fed up with Johnny, he goes to shoot him, but Johnny is prepared.
It's obviously too much to ask a man-animal thing to learn a language as sophisticated as Cyclo.
Maybe it's secretly listening, trying to get leverage over on us.
Man-animal getting leverage over a Cyclo. That'll be the day. We'll have to terminate the operation and cover our tracks.
Glad kutuk lek nisdi.
What, sir?
Posa ta'okli.
It speaks. It speaks Cyclo. Go on, say something else.
And as usual, it doesn't work.
If any of you rat brains knew anything about firearms, you would know that you never store loaded weapons.
You drop him now! You can't hide this from Home Office forever. A man getting leverage over a Cyclo. That'll be the day.
And again, Turtle's favorite mode of punishment appears to be forced education.
I think it's time that we show our little friend a thing or two.
So yeah, since Johnny can read now, Turtle decides to show him what human history was like in some misguided attempt to teach him a lesson in futility by taking him to the local library?
When we attacked your planet, all your soldiers and all their advanced technology could only put up a measly 9-minute fight before they were exterminated. Everything you humans knew is here, and you can look at anything you want, because there is nothing that will help you.
That's like giving a teenager access to your Pornhub account to try and discourage him from spending so much time in the shower. Yes, they're gonna learn some things. No, they're not gonna be the lessons you wanted.
You will soon be relocated to a new mining site. And if any of you get any bright ideas about escaping, just keep in mind that although you know nothing about firearms, I certainly do. I graduated top marksman in my class, and I can kill any one of you at over 1,000 paces. Tell them what I've said.
You try to run, he'll kill us.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay, that was kind of funny. But then you had to go and ruin it with this.
Allow me to demonstrate.
I don't know which is stupider, the fact that the gun blew the leg off of this obviously fake cow with no blood, or the fact that the other cows were not at all shocked by this. Like, I don't know why, but I think that they secretly hated that other cow.
Oh, him? That's Moobert. Fuck that guy, man. He's a mooch.
I'm killing it with the pun game today. So while Turtle is showing off his bovine dismembering skills, an entire tribe of random cavemen descends upon them and quickly overpower Turtle. Because nobody expects the Neolithic Inquisition! But Johnny just suddenly decides to not only A. Shatter the other humans' reality by disproving their gods.
What about the others we're leaving behind? What about them?
There's nothing we can do for them. Only the gods can free them.
Oh, you think the lights in the night sky are gods waiting to come down and save us? Do you? Those are planets. Planets like this one.
But B. Pull a complete 180 and decide that the only way to really get rid of the Cyclos is from the inside.
If you're fighting the beast, me and my men are with you.
But not right now, gotta go, bye! And then Johnny just gives the gun back to Turl, who reveals that he's captured his girlfriend, placed a bomb collar on her neck, and is now blackmailing Johnny into mining the gold.
And this remote will activate the explosive from anywhere on the planet.
And to prove that he'll do it, he blows up one of Johnny's friends. Technically.
Please don't kill him. Please.
I won't kill him.
Pleasure.
God, it's like fighting an evil army of lawyers. When they get back to the cage, Johnny makes a promise to his now headless friend's little brother that he'll get revenge. And of course, he does it real weird-like.
I know this not be good replacement, but maybe if you put in ground and water, new brother would grow. You're welcome.
Back at the bar, we are introduced to Chirk, played by Travolta's late wife, Kelly Preston, who sadly passed away in 2020 to breast cancer.
She gets drunk with economical speed.
And has other advantages.
She's playing this spy/lover of Turl, who's like working with him, fucking him, and blackmailing him all at the same time.
I had to go way beyond the call of duty to get these.
I see. Well, that's why I especially chose you.
Just remember, I could always inform Planetship of your little scheme.
Leverage? A female getting leverage. Ha!
I am going to make you as happy as a baby cyclo on a straight diet of garbango.
I do, macho. Okay, one guy wants to see it, but he licks his own butthole, so take that for what it's worth.
You have a busy day, rat brain. First learning how to fly, and then onto the learning machine for mining techniques.
Turl throws Johnny into a flight simulator to teach him how to fly. And then after one session and 2 attempts, he now trusts Johnny to fly him to the dig site. Look, when I was 15, my dad taught me how to drive by taking me out into the swamp and then just telling me to drive us home. But even he still didn't trust me to fly a goddamn airship. Once they get there, he tells Johnny that he has 2 weeks to dig up as much gold as possible.
And even though I won't be at the mining site, I'll be watching you.
But Genius Johnny has other plans.
Even if we do mine enough gold, we're gonna be lucky to fill half of that cage in time.
That's why we're not gonna do any mining.
Yeah, but if we don't deliver the gold in 14 days to Terrell, then he's just gonna kill us.
Right, but I read about a place called Fort Knox where the gold has already been mined.
Fort Knox. Fort freaking Knox?
Listen, there will be no mining, but we are gonna deliver it.
One of the most secure locations in the history of ever, and you, who has only learned about technology like yesterday, are going to fly there, break in, steal as much gold as you can carry, make it back alive, and steal all the supplies needed to incite a worldwide rebellion in under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Alright then, movie. Fine. I'd love to see this play out. I bet they can't even make it halfway there before they're already there, aren't they? Yeah, so Fort Knox, which has been abandoned for a millennia, is not only still full of gold, but also somebody just left all the doors unlocked. Look, there's stupid and there's bullshit, and I'm beginning to think this movie is stupid bullshit. Turl returns and is reasonably suspicious that all the raw gold ore that's been mined has now been smelted into bars, but is so distracted by how itchy his giant codpiece is that he just accepts it and moves their deadline up.
Well, since you rat brains have had enough extra time to smelt it into bricks, I'll now expect the rest of the gold in 7 days.
So in light of this new deadline, Johnny Genius over here decides to come up with the most batshit insane plan you've ever heard. Step 1. Break into a military fort with a bunch of cavemen he still doesn't know the names of. Step 2. Steal a bunch of 1,000-year-old fighter jets and weapons. Step 3. Train said cavemen in how to fly the fighter jets in a somehow still working flight simulator. And Step 4. Steal a nuclear warhead to teleport to the Cyclo's home planet, destroying their entire homeworld. In 7 days. What, did the Cyclo home planet watch The Ring? This episode took 2 weeks to make. How are you gonna make this happen? Johnny starts by trying to enlist Kerr into helping bring Turl down by giving him some of everyone's favorite word of the day.
You really think the only reason he made that recording was to have you as his patsy? Do you, Kerr? No. He has leverage over you.
How the blast do you know about those recordings, man animal?
Really is amazing. The collection of discs you can find in Turl's personal vault.
You want to trade? Let's trade.
He even manages to get the bomb collar off of Chrissy.
I've always known this was going to be your destiny.
This is our destiny. It's freedom for all of us. For our children.
Children?
Keep it in your pants, Chrissy. We got a world to save. But when Kerr tries to use said leverage against Turl...
I've been thinking. 80-20 is a pretty fair distribution of the gold. But I should get the 80%.
Turl just blows his hand off. Which I guess isn't that big of a deal to Cyclos. There isn't any blood or bone. Kerr just barely reacts with any emotion other than, "Aw, dang it. Looks like it's just me and the old stranger tonight." So while they're distracted, the humans begin their revolt.
Man animals have escaped. They're running into the city.
Send some guards out and round them up. I'm busy.
As is typical of the movie, the other Cyclos couldn't give two shits about what's happening. And even when they do try, they still can't hit a goddamn thing. They're so bad at shooting that they end up doing this whole John Woo slow motion run through explosions because it's just like The Matrix, but with John Travolta.
7-3. Greener, Carlo. Explosives are set. Can I blow the dome?
So Carlo's job is to blow up the glass dome and expose all the Cyclos to Earth's atmosphere. And after taking out one bad guy and being flanked by others, he gets saved by Captain Cavemen and his army of Neanderthal ace fighter pilots. I can't make this shit up. And they're not even just capable, they're Top Gun good. Even picking up some of the lingo they couldn't possibly have learned in the simulator.
Hang on! I'm right on his tail!
You know, I didn't see it before, but this movie's kind of silly. Carlo eventually gets stuck and ends up sacrificing himself to blow up the dome, raining down glass, steel, and buildings on literally everyone inside. Turl finally catches Johnny and calls in an airstrike of the most bored-looking extras I've ever seen in a film. Think of the paycheck, think of the paycheck, think of the paycheck. Alright, it's boss fight time, where Johnny manages to strap a bomb collar to Turl's arm and tricks him into blowing his own arm off.
Where's the rest of my gold? I'll exchange it for my woman's life.
Thanks for reminding me, rat brain.
You don't want to do that.
And credit where credit's due, that was pretty smart. While the fighting is going on, one of Johnny's friends steals the nuclear bomb, teleports to the Cyclo homeworld, and vaporizes the entire planet. I'm not entirely sure that that's how planets work, but I don't really care. I'm just glad that this movie's almost over. With the revolution over almost as soon as it began, Turl is locked away in a cage in Fort Knox, surrounded by all the gold he could ever desire. And we are left pondering the biggest question of all, because this was only meant to be the first part of a two-part movie, and the second movie will never happen. Why are they called Cyclos anyway? Battlefield Earth is ridiculous, and I highly recommend you watch it at least once in your life. If you want to do it at a party, that's cool, but don't be surprised if they don't invite you back. If you like this video, click the like and subscribe buttons and ring the bell so that you don't miss an episode. A special thank you to my members and patrons who continue to support me yelling at bad movies for them. And thank you all for watching this video all the way to the end. I love you, I'll see you next time, and just remember, be cool to each other. Oh no, I've been shot. I've been shot. It's fine.